Hi, I'm Caitlin Gomez here at the GBTA broadcast studio, and I'm here with Peter Martin from FocusPoint International. Thanks for joining us, Peter.
Thanks for having me.
So safety and security are always top of mind for both the business travelers and the travel managers, obviously. And so what's the most important risk management strategy that travel managers should concern themselves with?
So from a travel strategy, I mean, obviously education is the cornerstone of any program. You want to make sure that you've got good programs that are based on real threat intelligence, that have got very, very good policies and procedures built into them. But if you had to pick an element of that entire travel risk program out, the response option is absolutely the most critical, and it's often the one that's most forgot about by organizations because it's very complicated and it's not an easy one to facilitate when you're talking about global travel in some very remote locations.
Yeah, I definitely would not have come to my mind at first. So how does FocusPoint aim to reduce the risk associated with business travel through your products and services?
Right. We tell you we make very selective programs for our clients. It's not a one-size-fits-all, but if I had to break it,
customized.
Very customized, but if I had to break it down, really we focus on a couple of areas. It's the know before you go area, so it's the training of the individual to understand really what the threats are within the environment they're going to be working within, and then providing them real-time intelligence, not just before they travel, but up and all the way through their travel, because these situations are very fluid, they change all the time. You know, the second is the tracking of the individuals, knowing where people are. Everything from tracking the flights, and we provide software programs to track the flights, but also apps for your phone and for other devices in order to track where people are while they're on the ground. It's a very important component as well.
Absolutely.
Lastly, we have our Crisis Assistance Plus. It's the only fully funded membership program in the industry which deals with response. And what we've done is we've carved out all the areas that are traditionally not covered by travel insurance, and we cover those. So terrorism, natural disaster, and pandemic are some of the areas that we cover, and we provide everything from a 1-800 number for an individual who feels they're in danger to call into our command center and get advice on how to handle it, right through to actually deploying an individual to go in and get those people out of harm's way.
The extraction part of it as well.
The extraction part of it and everything in between.
Oh, awesome. And so business travel, it's obviously vital to the economy, and you know, we want to make people comfortable as they do this, and you know, it supported 7.4 million jobs this year,
Right.
which was shocking to me.
It's huge.
And generated 424 billion in spending. So how do we ensure continued business travel given this volatile, ever-changing environment that we're living in today?
Right. I mean, the key tenet of that is really an innovation. It's making sure that the travel programs are not barriers to success of business, because if they are, they're either not going to be implemented, they're not going to be adopted, or they're certainly not going to be they're not going to be really embraced by the employees. So we as an industry need to bring innovation to those programs and make sure that we are 100% aligning the responses with the actual threats. No extra fluff, as we say. It has to be a direct a link between what the threat is and an actual legitimate process in order to mitigate that threat. Otherwise, all it's doing is hampering business and really keeping it from doing what it needs to do, and that's go out and really gain a competitive edge and focus on why they're traveling. And it's not, you know, the safety is an aspect of it, but that's not the key ingredient of it. The key ingredient of it is to be successful in your business while you're traveling.
Because do you feel like if there's too much noise and you're, you know, broadcasting too much, you know, it's like sometimes you can hear this everything instantaneously about everything that's going on, and you kind of get immune to it.
Absolutely.
You know, so you want to highlight only the things that you think are very important and are actual threats versus, you know.
And understand that the threats are always changing. So the solutions we have today may not be the solutions we need to deploy tomorrow, but we need to bring that innovation to the industry to make sure that those two things are aligning, and as long as people can see the alignment, they'll buy into the program, which in essence enhances safety at all levels.
And I think that's important of having a risk partner, because that's what you do versus, you know, we do travel, the travel manager, you know, supports the program, so relying on you to bring them what they need, I think, is crucial.
And understanding that people need to travel in business, so again, you need to be an enabler in this industry. You can't build barriers, you can't sell fear. You need to take and you need to understand what the drivers are of the people traveling and try to enhance their abilities to do their job and have success in their careers.
And give them confidence in their partner, which is
travel with confidence. That is our tagline. Well done.
Well, Peter, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you very much. Real pleasure.
That's it from us here at the GBTA Broadcast Studio. See you next time.